Queen's Diamond, gate 6, to settle in. Sprinting from the 1200 meter marker. Towards the outside, Special Encounters right there in the leading vicinity. Velcar, Risky Roscoe, Shazam, Phoebus, Agence France Press to the inside, Roy's Donkey. There's a line of about 9 coming down to the 800 zone. Fair Antonio, House Hunter, deep down Rebels between them, Ogilvy, Simply Scrumptious, Marriott's on the outside, Special Encounters now 3 lengths off Queen's Diamond, Risky Roscoe, Eternal Eyes. Coming to the final 500, wide open, Shazam moves up, Phoebus awkward between runners, Agence France presses there, Ogilvy, Roy's Donkey, Velcar to the outside, Marriott. Shazam strikes the front at the 300 meter marker, Velcar. Towards the outside, Ogilvy. Simply Scrumptious in the pink silks is mounting a serious challenge, deep down Rebel. Simply Scrumptious comes at Shazam the last 100. Simply Scrumptious put the head in front, deep down Rebel. Fair Antonia on the inside. Simply Scrumptious goes on for the win. Deep down Rebel and Fair Antonia second and third in a photo. Ogilvy ran fourth for the quartets. Number 1, Simply Scrumptious and Diego de Gavea come to fetch them the last 150 metres. Gets into the lead. Deep down Rebel. She's on the inside, Fair Antonia. So it's the girls beating the boys here. Number 1, Simply Scrumptious by about a length as they hit the post. Second spot's going to get very tight because Fair Antonia is going to put her nose down. Fair Antonia gets second. So 1, 2, 3, 16. Those are the numbers you need for the quartet. 1, 2, 3, and 16. Shazam, House Hunter. Special Encounter, Roy's Donkey, Phoebus, Velcar. Simply Scrumptious starts to run from out to in. She's in the all pink silks. Deep down Rebel, Fair Antonia's darting towards the inside. Ogilvy's around them. Number 1, Simply Scrumptious, the daughter of Rebel King. To beat Deep Down Rebel, another Rebel King, Fair Antonia, the Antonia Spires, and then came number 16, Ogilvy, the Kildonan. That's a wrap from Scottsville, from myself, Sheldon Peters. Back to the studio.
Well, a nice win here for trainer Paul Lafferty on number 1, Simply Scrumptious, and the 2 top weights. Well, of course, Diego was claiming 1.5, but the fillies that were carded with top weights and 3-year-olds, numbers 1 and 2, dominate here. And trainer Paul Lafferty was on this morning's show, and he sounded quite bullish as well. Paul, I watched the show, and no degree of being overly confident, but you like this horse.
Yeah, it seems like she's patently better on grass. She's run well, and I'm thrilled. Eric Gladden and I own it, and he spoke to me before the race. And I said, back at each way, she'll run well. I beat my mate Dick Goss. He bought me lunch the other day. He told me his horse run well. So Dick was second. I was first with 3-year-olds. It's been an up and down day. You know, our first one ran 5th, a very good race. The second one, I spoke to the apprentice. He rode a bad race. It's not often I have to chat to him because he rode a good race on Blink Swing.
Sure.
But he went early, went down there. I said go inside. He went there outside and did everything. But Sandila, to his credit, came back and rode a great race on Blink Swing. He was turning out to be a very good horse. But this filly, she'll win races. She's gutsy and she's got little issues, but she's very good.
What about the string? It's looking good, Paul. It's seldom a meeting goes by these days where you don't have a winner.
Yeah, we've had 5 this month and a lot of places to back it up. The Cape horses are back. They're looking good and fit. The bulk of them are quite fit. I've nominated them in good places, and there's some good horses. Yeah, we haven't a big string. We've never had a big string, but I'm very pleased that we've got some useful horses. I think horses like the Bayou Cause, Gat Henshaw, Coys, are good, decent 3-year-olds coming through. Francisco, they're a nice 3-year-old, so we might have a decent season.
You haven't stepped out your juveniles yet. You've done well with them in the past.
Yeah, no, we've got a few that are starting to make me get up a little earlier in the morning.
Sure.
Yeah, you know, but I must compliment Diego, because after I've had rides where things didn't go to instruction, he rode this perfectly, beautifully, a balanced ride. And all credit to him for winning this race.
Well, nice way to end it off, Paul.
Geez, thanks, pal. Thanks very much.
Well done to trainer Paul Lafferty. And a gentleman that looks good in Dayglow Pink is Diego. Nice ride.
Thank you so much. All credit to Mr. Leff on this one. You know, he's worked terribly hard with this filly. She's been unlucky on so many occasions, and always finding one or two just better than her, and I'm just glad that she's put it together today and she won a nice race.
Well, going into the race, how things worked out for you, it was a mad scramble from the jump.
Yeah, 100%. All I just looked to do was just have a clean break, and I knew that some of the horses on my outside would have come over, you know, to the better going on the inside, and it worked out perfectly. And when I asked her, she gave me a good kick, and yeah, the rest is history.
A nice way to end it off, and I like the compliments as well given to you from Paul. How many winners now, young man?
That's 50 now. You know, like I said, just all credit to Mr. Laff. It's been some time since I've ridden a winner for him. Just been knocking on the door, and eventually we cracked another one for him. And I'm just so glad that we ended off the day well today.
Well, as a young apprentice, it's first 1 and 10 and then 30 and now 50. Hopefully 100 is around the corner. Nice way to end it off. Well done, Diego.
Thank you so much. Hopefully that 100 is around the corner. Just before I go, a big thank you to Mr. Lafferty, as well as the owners. I know Mr. Laff is one of the owners as well as Mrs. Loudon. So well done to them.
Well played.
Thank you.
Lovely. Diego teaming up with Paul Lafferty, Neil Loudon, Kazi and Paul Lafferty rounding it off here. Number 1, Simply Scrumptious, 1, 2, 3 and 16. That's the way they cross the line. Race number 8. And if you find yourself in the winner's queue with the exotics, well played this afternoon. The racing gods, thanks to them, they smiled down at Scottsville this afternoon. We had a delay earlier on with a bit of lightning about, but all systems go after that was just blown over Scottsville. And also thank you to Sheldon Peasles calling all 8 races, Raymond Rogers and his team. We had a short stint from Denver and an apprentice call, simulation. Meeting will never go by without the mention of the hardest working cameraman on course, who is none other than Zayn. From myself, Dees Dianan, until we meet again, you take care, enjoy what's left of your weekend. Salani Gashle.